Hi, welcome to the channel. What I've got for you today is a review of this Smallrig matte box with adjustable clamp and integrated variable ND and a set of their black mist filters. I'm here at the statue of Basho, Japan's greatest poet, and this is apparently where he used to live. There's even a token banana plant back there. So let's see what we can do with this scene using the matte box and these filters, and then later we'll go to another famous statue in Tokyo and see what we can make of that too. Let's take a look at what we get in the box. We get the matte box itself, and on the back is the adjustable clamp unit that detaches like so. They're actually two separate units. That means that you can use just the clamp unit if you want, with just the VND filters and the black mist filters. And then we get the first circular polarizer and the second part, which is, as everybody else on the internet has pointed out, the wrong one. It's their circular polarizer 2, which will give you 2 to 5 stops together. And if you buy this separately as a 3 filter pack, you get the CPL1, the circular polarizer 1, the base, then you get the second one, this one, and then you get the third one, which would give you a total range of 1 to 8 stops, which is of course much more like what you need for practical purposes. But anyway, we'll come to that. The filters come in this filter box, which has got the squishy side and a non-scratch inside, which is nice to have. I think these are their, maybe these are their camera tags that they've put on. And a little carabiner, which I guess is good for your belt loops, or the bottom of your tripod maybe would be a more practical place for that. We align the white cogs down here on the bottom left, and the whole thing just snaps into place. The CPL, we drop that in like that. And then this has created hard stops for the unit, and you can see me rotating it, and then it hits the hard stop there, and you go back and you hit the hard stop there. And this is something that you really need with variable ND, so that you don't just roll right past the place that you want it to be. And then if we want to add the black diffusion filters, we just snap it on, and we've got this alignment tab here. So you just hold it by the edges and drop it on while the VND is still rotating around and darkening or lightening the filtration. The black diffusion stays on top. Then the flag is just adjusted like this, and I think that anybody that's using it is going to be closing it down to give you the lens protection while the camera's in use. So you just open or close that. I think that's rather nicely done. And then here you can see how the adjustable clamp is working on the back. So we've got this screw here to tighten it down, and we've got these clamps that are going to pinch outwards towards the edge. Now what I've done with my lenses, and neither of them were within the 67 to 85 I think range. I'm using Sigma contemporary lenses. Maybe I'll do a review of those later if people are interested. What I've done is step up both of them. So this one had a filter thread size of 62mm, and the 35 that I'm using to shoot this has a 58mm thread. Neither of those can be accommodated, so I've chosen 72, maybe 77 were another way to go, but I was mindful that I wanted some spring tension on the inside of the filter. So then we're just clamping that closed, dropping the lens in, of course, with the camera on, and then letting go, and we can clamp down this screw here to keep it all steady. Now it is pretty good. I don't know how brave I'm going to be. You'll see there's probably some links in the channel to the skateboarding videos but I think that my confidence will grow. I mean, I'm actually putting some tension on it here, and you can see it isn't moving. I think the grip is pretty good. Now here what you have is a slot for a single 4x5.5 filter, and it may be that what they're thinking is that you put your extra stops of VND of neutral density in here, I haven't done that, maybe I should explore that. And this is how you'll eject it. And the black mist filters. So here we've got a half and a quarter, and this one is an eighth black diffusion. And because it's my first foray into diffusion filters, I wanted to have a go at all of them. This is just a sticky to protect the lens. I haven't used them yet. And then the packages, both the packages come with the little Smallrig cleaning cloth, and these labels, and the labels are clearly to go in here, which is great. Nice to have a bit of extra with your package. Now I've explored this QR code, and this will take you to the website with all the documentation. So although your products come with an instruction manual, which is perfectly good, usual thing, and helps you get familiar with the product, if you go to the QR code, you'll be able to download. So what remains is to go and test all this stuff in the field. Let's see what happens and what happens to our image in a real situation. Now for that opening presentation shot, I was at f16, ISO 100, and correctly exposed on the statue. And here is the VND in operation. So that's as dark as the VND goes. We'll open up the lens now. 11, f8, f4.5, and my meter says I'm correctly exposed, and my histogram shows me that I haven't lost the highlights yet, so that's deliberate. I'm trying to preserve the highlights, so it should be a little bit dark, but the meter says I'm bang on for where I want to be. Right, let's put some mist filters on and see what that does. This is now f3.5. Okay, these are exactly the same settings. That's 1/8 black mist. Okay, this is the 1/4 black mist, still at f3.5. So it's just starting to lose a bit of detail in the background there, I think. Of course, this is, I should have said earlier, this is the Sigma Contemporary 35mm f2 lens, which is very, very sharp, and I'm hoping to improve that with these mist filters. Okay, this is the half black mist, still at f3.5, and I think we're still pretty much correctly exposed. Okay, this is the 1 black mist filter, and my meter reading says I am fractionally underexposed now. So the thing about these filters is that they're magnetic, so you can stack as many of them as you want in whatever combination. I think you have to have a pretty good eye to manage these fractions, but even so, let's take a look at what that looks like. All right, this is with the 1 and the half black mist stacked together with the VND fully darkened. And this is what it would look like correctly exposed, f3.2, according to my meters. I think we'll put the other lens on and see if we can get a different shot. So this is the 65mm lens. It's open at f3.2. I've got the VND fully closed down and the black mist 1 on. Probably a bit much for this kind of presentation shot, but just to give an idea what it looks like, I'd probably pick the 1/4 or maybe even go to the half. So now let's really put this through its paces. Nighttime conditions, very different lighting at the statue, which, if it isn't Tokyo's most famous, it's certainly the most popular. Let's go and take a look. I hope that was interesting for you, and if it was, please join me again. Bye-bye.